Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of A Link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League action. Tonight we have Kazin of Team JKLOL versus Wallkicks of the former Season 3 champions, the Phendrana Drifters. Joining me on comm shortly will be Radical Sniper 99 Jesse, also of JKLOL. Traveling for us tonight we have Kazin, Larry of Light, the third member of JKLOL. We've got casual boots action tonight, which means that we're just going to be kind of seeing everybody run through the escape sequence for the first 6 or so minutes of the seat. So hold on, and enjoy yourself as we get ready to go. It won't really matter too much in the actual escape. We got a light cone, and standard starts regardless if we have a lamp or not, so that won't matter. But it is a fire source that you can use for later on. The music tonight for Kazin is a Final Fantasy mix. I believe this is the opening and final mission of Final Fantasy VII. And 1 minute 30 in, and we have both fire sources in this game. Congratulations. Again. We have yet not seen the small key for Zelda Cell for the sewers. That means it'll be the Dark Cross item because it can't actually show up in the next 2 chests. 30 rupees is really nice. We'll probably see an opening up to Kakariko after this is over. This has actually been one heck of a start. Fire Rod, Lamp, Okamadora, and the Red Boomerang so far. It's rare you see 4 or 5 trackable items in the first 6 checks of the game. Right now, both runs are about equal. Wally's about 2 seconds behind. So. ₹300, 1 bomb. We'll probably see everybody head right to Kakariko after this. You probably would like to hold off a little more. I'd like to do kind of a cheeky start at the start of the Kazboot seed and see if I can waterwalk myself over the ice rod gate, but I don't think it's going to happen with already having 300 rupees. You're kind of going to want to get your money before then. There's the required small key. We have not seen the map yet, so we have one dead check in the next 4 chests, so we'll see if it's going to be the sanctuary item or if it's in the sewers. Ollie getting a little bodied by rats. Very nice use of the murmuring the crowd to keep by Kazin. Wally lost the key rat for a little bit, but then ran to the better side of the room. Okay, blue mail. Gas boots can be a really fast seed just because you're already starting with a sword and boots, so it helps cut down on the amount of checks that you have to do to get really going. But this is kind of ridiculous seed. Looked like we had green pendant here. I'm pretty sure we had crystals in the other spots of the light world. We'll take a look on while he looks at his screen in a second. Wally is forgetting to go check bumper fog rocks. Instead, going for the tree pole. It's not going to hurt Wally, but I really hope that he remembers his fog rocks. Bush Grab having small magic is really nice, especially considering we got a fire rod early on, and that'll help trigger some of the more annoying enemies. Did not quite see what was on Wally's side. He looked at too little of it. Oh, good. We have a second sword on Lumberjack. Hopefully our other 2 swords are not on pedestal or the tablets today. So it looks like Wally is saving cleaning out of Lost Woods, so I guess he'll probably hit South Shore maybe before going into Caprico. He has 5 bombs, so Minimal Dorm Cave should be fine. We have a red crystal for Desert Palace. 2 crystals in the light world, not too bad. Error being the green pendant's kind of annoying, but it's a pretty fast dungeon, usually. Wally fire routing the mini Moldorms. They appear to be in the large prize pool pack, though, so he's going to get a full magic out of this. Which is nice. And being joined in the booth now by Jesse.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. Got to see what was happening. So yeah, pretty standard escape. I like the fire rod.
I mean,
and I like a glove. Ooh, nice desert access there for Kazin when he goes South Shore.
Yeah, we got a mirror. No, the book was in a Zelda cell. Yeah. This has been. I think we had a conversation during main tournament about how casual boots could be a really scary mode for runners because the seeds can go really, really fast. I don't think we were expecting like 6 trackable items in a Stias rescue sequence, though.
No, this is definitely one of those very quick starts. You know, you've got a clearable crystal in desert already. Keeps you away from something like Eastern. Wally's doing a bit of one of those more experimental routes of the Kaz Boots mode.
Yeah, so you didn't quite out of the Lost Woods and kind of headed this way. He's gonna go probably Orphan's Door now. Horribly. Honestly, like, we can actually beat Tower of Hera.
Yeah, and I think if I was gonna be considering Eastern, I'd probably try to beat Hera before then. But, I mean, who cares? Like, we've already got a pearl as well from the case inside.
Let's take a look. Lake Island is junk. So, or a hammer or a sword from... Hammer and a sword.
I hope not a sword.
Oh,
sword would be probably one of the worst ways.
You say that, but our lumberjack item is actually a sword.
So it's extra bad.
So, well, we can actually get screwed by the sword.
Hello, Master Sword, something for Ganon tonight.
Looks like Wall Kicks is now in for Kakariko. He forgot to do Bonk Rocks earlier for some reason. Looks like, yeah, that's Bumbles. Okay, congratulations. So, a minute 30 in, we had all of our ways to look in dark rooms. 10
all
minutes
the fire.
In, we have all the fire. All the fire. I don't think Kazan will go up the mountain here just because...
No. He'll prioritize Dam to Desert and then finish up with Agina there. Nice 6-second race game.
Yeah.
But no, knowing what I know of Kazan routing, like, that's going to be his play here.
GFE's making a joke about Pendant's bullets. I was actually calling a race last night where we had another Green Pendant era, and we had a hammer and fire rod before Dark World access. And our two crystals, or two pendants, were in the Dark World where Skullwoods with these down.
Nice.
One runner blind pulled pedestal before checking out cave. It didn't help that the two items in Skullwoods were both in the back, so he just committed straight up to Gully Mafia.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Wally, or fortunately, unfortunately, oh, that's unfortunate. So like Wallkick's going with the cack delay strategy, which I've seen a lot of people like to employ in casual boots. It's not a terrible idea. You can really hope for a flute or a bottle. Unfortunately, the bottle at the Sunken Treasure, and no flute showing itself either, so no advantage really gained for Wallkicks here.
No. I mean, the most he has right now is the mirror, but Kazan...
You don't skip Mini Moldarm. Yeah.
Kazan will find the mirror. You almost never skip Mini... I've seen cases where people have skipped Mini Moldarm Cave, but that's... really, really weird edge cases. Like, the only way I could see Kazan skipping Mini Moldarm Cave right now is if, like, Hammer shows up in Desert and he decides to go to Dark World immediately.
Yeah, and the thing is in that case, you really get people who say, you know, I can't skip Sphere 1. Yeah. Kazan using that good old knowledge, saying, I know where the magic is, and the game saying, it's okay, here's full magic.
Yeah. Thankfully, Moldarm's Ropa's... most of the more annoying, more plentiful enemies in this game are in the large prize pool today, so not really going to be too much of an issue.
Yeah, I saw we had bombs in the guard pack, so
yeah, and Bushcraft is a small magic with Firebrand's always nice.
Yeah, I saw Stun Prize was small magic, so yeah.
Like, Wally will actually get a little time in Desert just because he'll have the mirror, so he can, like, not have to dash out of this room.
It's not really... It's especially small because it's not like we're set up on the left side door. You're still, if you mirror, you're still going back to the main door.
Yeah. This is kind of one of the more annoying... At least you're coming in from the main door this time. But... I wasn't counting items.
Yeah, we had that first item in the map chests, and I believe we got the second item on the right side, so...
Okay.
We are very much done with items here in Desert Palace.
Yeah. One is still cleared right now because it's a red crystal. Don't know the other red crystal, but if it's Pyramid Fury's locking the flute, then for the mitts. Just something you want to get done right now.
Yeah, and it's not like the equipment's going to get much better for Kazdan or Wally here. You've got that fire rod, you've got that lamp, so magic-wise, you'll have, like, you use this lamp to get your 4 torches. You'll have 7 fire rod shots easily for the Landmo fight. More than enough to take this down with a 1 cycle.
Yeah. Like, the only thing you'd really hope for is maybe half magic, but even then, that's a luxury. That's not a necessity. Misses 2 of his fire rods, 3 of his fire rods, unfortunately. At least, the good and the bad about that was he managed to get the first 2 land moles down. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of strategy Kazdan was using there.
Yeah.
Lining up next to the Landmo instead of, like, going for the top-down strat. That was a little odd.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, the one he spun attack was the one that he landed 2 fire rod shots on, so it kind of was overkill.
And yes, GFE, I don't know why he started with a fighter sword spin. I will ask questions later. I'm noting things.
Yeah, so...
And yeah, here we go. He's going to finish up with the Gina here.
Yeah, so if we were counting items properly, then Walkus is just going to run right up the left side.
Finish that Agina. Just another 20 bucks. I will say the benefit for Kaze here is he will have Zora money.
Yeah. That's not going to be a good check for Wally to get back to for a while. He's probably going to do this right after doing, you know, he'll probably just do minimal Dorn Keyboard Ice Strike even. Run himself over to Zora. He has a Moon Pearl now, so he can even check Hobo and engage the Water Walk after...
Yeah, the question there, and this was something that came up, I learned a lot during the Kaz Boots tourney, actually hearing from Gem on this, was kind of discussing how slow it is to make that play for Hobo. So... we'll see how much Kazdan prioritizes that versus the play up to Zora and skipping Hobo for now.
Yeah, I feel like the problem with, like, skipping Hobo is, like, if you run all the flipper checks with Water Walk and don't check Hobo, Hobo's basically dead until maybe Ice Palace, and even then...
With that mirror, like, and depending on what you're looking to pair it with, I think you can get away with a lot of, something like, you know, going into pod. Wall Kick's also having a bit of an adventure here with the Landmolus fight. Both of them do get the worms down, but, you know, you don't like that happening.
Yeah. So, I guess Wall Kicks is probably... Like, right now, we have Eastern Bells or Hera in Logic.
I mean, worst case, going up the mountain sets up the save and quit. So I think I'd probably go up the mountain first.
Yeah.
And partly also... because of that green pendant. Like, green pendant is just a lot more value, given you can get that before Saha Eastern.
So what are Light Road Fairy prizes? It's the same B.
That's a better B.
Oh,
I think
better B?
Yeah, that was a gold. That's a gold B that Kazdan just got. The original B was a regular B. So, worst case, hold on to it and, you know, save that for the bottle vendor, because right now you're down to you'll be down to 77 rupees. So that 100 would be nice as an addition.
There's Wall Kicks making the break for the mountain now.
And Zora's just bombs. And yeah, wall kicks just saving a little bit of time at a couple of different spots, you know. Being able to do the dam in one go, being able to mirror in desert, like it saves little bits of time, and you're seeing those here. Like, honestly, the routes between the two runners, not all that different, but having that mirror for wall kicks from mini Motorhome Caves, saving time at a couple of unique spots.
Yeah. Let's see what they got up here on Spectacle Rock. Well, that's going to be their money for the rest of the seed. Yeah. I mean, right now, Kaizen's a little ahead on overall checks. But good, we have pendant Skullwoods. I missed the other stuff on Ollie's side. I'll see if he's marked it on his personal track for a second. Hold on. Pendant Pod.
And we have nothing on the Ether tablet.
And our red pendant is Swan Palace.
Okay.
Red crystal, I should say, sorry. I mean, that's an interesting, like, obviously, from a pendant arrangement, this is not too bad.
No, our 3 pendants are very approachable today. I mean, we have the ability to clear 2 of them already. That third one in pod, not too far off.
And realistically, like a hammer and bow can go pretty early. Like, we're still missing Ice Rod, Fluid, Medallions, Samaria, Buckshot. That could all be getting locked by this 3. Yeah. It's going to be a shame. We're going to probably single... We're not going to be able to do the good route at Eastern Palace today. Just because we have a glove, so we could skip Saha first, but I think you got to do Saha.
Yeah,
That's
I think so too.
From wall kicks. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yep. If you hit the torches in the right way, you can pick up the pot and still leave the pot. It's... Yeah.
I was going to say, it's very similar to the bomb wall up in the top of Ganon's tower.
Yep. Yeah, not... It gives you the sound, but it doesn't look exploded.
Right. It gives you the sound, but you can still walk through it.
Yep.
Vanilla Big Key and Tower of Hera. This much you just committed. Well, we got in 2 bottles. One with a B and one with Blue Potion.
Ballcake's playing a little bit safe here. Going to get a couple of hearts as he comes up on the Moldorm fight.
Yeah, it's Fighter Sword Moldorm. So it's like... I feel like this is probably one of the most annoying vanilla fights with the equipment that you have.
This is actually purely vanilla equipment. This could be a worse fight.
Yeah.
If we didn't have those boots, so... A nice use of Burna there to clean up.
But, like, at least whenever you do... If you are playing vanilla, like, you'd have access to the Ice Rod before fighting Randomizer, even if the energy route doesn't go for it. It is there as an option. Yeah, but... Oh! There we go.
Nice bounce out.
Yeah. 6 Fighter Sword Slashes. Can't do any spins. They do the same amount of damage. Bugs do the same amount of damage.
Nice. Good NMG quality fight there from Kaizen as well for his Moldorm encounter.
Just $50. $50
yeah, at this point, we're just going to head into Saha. As you were saying, we could have done, pick up the rock into Eastern, but no real way around the fact we don't have a bow. If we had the bow, we'd be right there.
Yeah.
And green pennant was worthless.
Okay. Okay. So will it be? So what's in Eastern Palace? Will it be? Okay, we also still technically have Sick Kid.
Yeah, and that's the other possibility here. Really, is Sick Kid. I gotta say, you're already here. I don't see a world where you can kind of get away from it.
Yeah.
I think what you would have had to have done here is gamble Sick Kid first. And it's not really reasonable to think either runner would have done it.
Yeah, it's one check in Kakariko versus pulling possibly 7 items out of the Eastern Palace region.
Yeah.
You're just going to take the 7-to-1 odds, really.
So there it is.
Submits.
And I was curious to see if Wally would continue here. He's at least going to do right side.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see if he bails after this right side check. Like, it's not investing a lot more time to just save and quit here after the hook chest.
Yeah.
But no, Wally's going to continue.
We'll see if K's and Ops do the same. I mean, I feel like the myths is strong enough where you could be opening up you open up the rest of the Dark World essentially.
Yeah.
Of course, we still technically don't have access to Pod region right now. We need a hammer with flippers.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, we knew we were getting Big Key. Is the crazy part. Like, Big Key's in logic. But only one item might show up still. Well, one item's going to have to show up. It might not be both of the 2 items remaining.
Yeah, I think maybe Pendant Pod's also weighing into this decision because it could be a while before you ever come back to Eastern Palace. And I mean, it's very conservative from both runners, but I think your miss is still missing so much that you just don't want to try to miss it.
Yeah, and I'll be curious to see if maybe Kazan bails after this check. Like, I could, if you go up through Big Chest, maybe that's the point where you kind of get out of here. Wall kicks continuing onto the big. Okay, Kazan set up for spin speed. Yeah, he's not bailing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like now, like not with Lamb 30 seconds into the seed. Like you're suspicious of Big Chest just because how early all of our fire was. Big Key Chest at least. But we're gonna have Dark World access now. First things first is Wally's gonna go check Kingston.
Just a whole lot more money. We are very rich this seed.
Kazan's what, 600-ish? 700 500, okay.
Yeah, no, he's plenty good. Both of our runners are great for money for the rest of this. Like, if I'm Kazan, I'm pretty much throwing away. Oh, never mind. Oh, Kazan, I think, is going to try to make sure Graveyard Ledge is available for with that King's Tomb at this rate. I think he's saying, I don't want to isolate Graveyard Ledge at this rate, so who cares?
On the other hand, yeah. I feel like, though, like, you probably will check it while current jumping. If not, I guess, yeah, it is out of the way for a while. But
I do. So, Wall Kicks is going to avoid Pendant Skull right now. Kazan doing that map check, getting to see what we already know. And what is he? He's going right into Skull Woods.
Interesting. We are on Blue Mail, so this is 6 hearts Blue Mail Mothtail. If he's going to go for it, we'll say can opt to check the pedestal, so that could always color his decision.
And oh wow, that pays out. Skull Woods with a hook shot.
That's really good for Jason.
And that's enough for him to say goodbye. One item and he's got it.
On the other hand, didn't even actually go to Thieves' Town, which I find interesting.
And this is the cutback for Kazan into Graveyard and King.
Yeah. And I have to imagine he probably maybe does a current jump here.
No. He'll drop back into Vu. There's no great value in him doing that right now.
I wonder if Wally's maybe going to try to do Smith Chain for a hammer before Vu. Before Thieves' Town proper. Try to maximize.
I mean, with that mirror mitts combo, I don't hate this idea of maybe doing a Smith Chain down.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, right now you're kind of leaving hammer pegs alone, but hammer pegs isn't the worst thing to do in the world if like you still have to do Thieves' Town. There wasn't really anything up at Graveyard Ledge though.
That's the thing. It's a question of what you're willing to gamble here. Like, we know that could there potentially be an item in the big chest of thieves? Sure. But it's not a huge risk at this point. Like, yeah, there's still plenty we're missing, but I think it's a worthwhile skip, potentially.
Interesting for Wally. I guess he's going to go check Sick first.
Yeah, gonna knock this one out. Unfortunately, that purple chest says, no thank you. I do not like closed spaces.
So let's see how bad the Warrior Wally's going to ditch this chest. If he ditches it.
Yeah, he'll do 45. He'll probably ditch it on the screen with Stumpy.
I actually was calling a race last week where Stumpy had a vanilla shovel.
Yeah, and that's why he'll carry it to Stumpy.
Yeah, and
just in case.
Yeah, unfortunately the runner left it to screen south of Stumpy, so he had to go run back to grab the chest before mirroring again to check the dig spot.
And Kazan going back for Thieves, so he's risking this.
Yeah. Bombs.
And yeah, Wally actually didn't care to bring the chest with him, so worked out.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I mean, I think another reason why he's also doing this is we did get that book super early, just to, like... We can't obviously grab the item off of Bombo's tablet, but we certainly can read it. And it'd be nice to just kind of knock that check out.
Yeah, no reason not to read it. But as you said, like, just unfortunate. We're not even going to check. Here's the aggression of... Oh, wait.
I think he just...
we're not. Yep, just realized, wait, I don't have a better time to check this. Let's check it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. That means that technically we probably don't ever have to actually beat Agilon for a sword today. Without flippers and a hammer, though, there's still that chance that the game's logically expecting us to even Aga at some point.
Oh, nice God Pixel. Unfortunately, that Patrick Star said no. Bombs on the hype NPC, and the rest of the cave does give us a flute. That's a nice find. And 20 bucks.
Nice. So Wally's going to kind of get funneled into that hook shot pretty quickly now, I feel like.
really depends the Meyer shed. I feel Meyer shed and checkerboard. Like I think Wally goes there first.
True.
That's a lot. It's a stronger play for him, I think, at this point, to check out Meyer area. And the potential is that he could just say, I did at least the early stuff to see if I could avoid thieves, and now I should just do thieves.
Yeah. But I feel like unless we like, I feel like it's going to be at this point. It's probably hookshot, locking hammer. Realistically, like right now, we might have access to 5 items in Meyer region, and that hookshot's all of East Death Mountain, and it's hookshot cave. It's all Dark Death Mountain.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
all
I
Death
think
Mountain,
the C is behind the hook. Although there's that bow for caves out of blind cell. The bow is in logic.
Yeah.
Blind is not, but that bow is.
Wally, we got Quake today, so we can't even get into Meyer. Ether.
Although there is our second medallion in Ether. And here we go, checkerboard cave. And there's the hammer. Oh no, that really does keep Wally out of, I think keeps him out of Skull. Like that's Mountain or Thieves Town being the better play for him.
Yeah, and once he finds the bow, he'll probably dip Pod as well.
And what we do know is that Kazdan did not lose out on anything in that Thieves, because the small key locks itself here.
Yep. Lion's locked by the small key, technically, but is locked by the hammer, but
yeah,
isn't clearable otherwise.
And yep, here's wall kicks going south back into Vu. This play right here on Skull really helping Kaze in the early game here. Yeah, I mean, if I'm wall kicks after this Thieves Town, I'm mirroring either to do Eastern Pod or the Mountain, and I think Eastern Pod's probably the stronger play if I'm wall kicks.
Yeah, I feel like Wally is probably going to try to hold off Chicken Death Mountain until he gets the hook shot, because otherwise he leaves everything out.
I don't think it's a hook shot thing even. It's just I want to limit my mountain climbs after already doing a climb for Hera for nothing.
Well,
it's I want to maximize my mountain play here, and for wall kicks, like, you know, I'm hoping for a cane and ice rod before I make that call.
Fair.
Of course, I do see Jet, a fellow teammate of wall kicks on Phendrana, you know, having some points as well. So, you know,
yeah, I also see
the metagame between Jet and I starting already now.
I also see the third teammate in Phendrana as well, Chad.
Oh, Megawatts there. Oh, yeah. Hello to all of Phendrana.
It's okay. Nobody like double added Megawatt. It's easy to miss that. Anyway, both the runners are we're going to be running back and forth right now.
Yeah. What do you mean balance the comm and the tracker? I'll tell you right now, Leo and I are equally judgy of just Kazdan. We're like, good job, Wally. Kazdan, why are you doing this?
Oh,
and I did forget Pod is a pendant, so that question of East Death Mountain does change things a little bit.
Yeah. I'm scared. I am scared of pedestal right now, but not too much. But
Yeah, that is logical ped. Yikes.
we'll take a look. I mean, we're still missing flippers for one.
Flippers, Ice Rod, Samaria.
If I was in Quake.
Yeah, those are the three we definitely need. And of course, the other question is that sword.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know where a second sword is. We're just never getting
It doesn't exist. Unless the only way to get a sword is to have a cape. We are not getting that sword.
It can't be. We already checked pedestals. So unless Mothula... No.
Well, I'm thinking of the scenario where it's like Pod could have the sword, or it's an early GT big key, and like, you know, something like that. Okay, this is a good check for wall kicks, because I don't know when Kaizen comes back for hammer pegs in his case.
Yeah.
So I do like this call from Wally saying, you know what, let me go check out hammer pegs.
Yeah, this is a nice one to do right after doing descent. You just run over a screen to the right and just... We can hammer dash into it. But yeah, that hookshot's going to be a while for Wally at this point. If not, probably the last location.
Yeah, we'll see where Kaizen goes. I anticipate, yeah, Meyer area. He's going to get his hammer and probably end up on the mountain as well.
Yeah. So we'll have to see if there's anything in Hookshot Cave that Wally will end up missing on.
I do love that bomb climb.
Yeah.
And very nice Meyer shed there from Kays.
At least this will be a nice, easy to round mountain climb for Wally.
Yeah, I mean, both of them will get to have some pretty nice mountains.
Nazi was on the island.
That was the other bow. That is our silver arrows on the floating island.
Alright, well, I think we know where we're taking the route.
Of worst case, we're going to have silvers with a master sword today.
Yeah.
Spiral with the flippers, so there is Swamp Palace access.
Swamp and nice palace.
Yeah, not a bad play. 2 crystals that are clearable. I will say the other side of this is Swamp Palace to Pyramid Ferry even into ice.
Yeah, I think Kaiser might do something like that. Wally will probably just head straight to ice because, again...
Well, and yeah, the pending piece here is, do we find some Maria before then?
Yeah.
I think for wall kicks, like, his next play probably is ice, because that's his best call, is a crystal that he can clear. I don't know. I don't see him dipping Swamp Palace.
I think he's
nice blue goo on this Paradox 5, and there's Kane, so yeah, Ice Palace.
So Kaizen's just essentially a nice run and Quake from going on. While you'll still have to hit a down the hog shot. But this is gonna Wally's gonna do Meyer. Well, he can't do Meyer, but he'll do ice.
Well, and that's the scary part here for Wally is, like, if he finds Quake, it's just more stuff that keeps him out of Skull.
Yeah.
Like, you do not want to see an Ice Rod and a Quake medallion for wall kicks if you're rooting for Phendrana here. Bombos for Turtle Rock.
All right, so Wally can get this lower check, which is our last bottle. So we got 2 bottles and 2 blue potions out of our bottles today.
Not a bad find. The rest of Hookshot Cave, though, is nothing.
Yeah, just a couple hearts. Did Kaysden not see that it was a bow?
I'm sure he had to have. I'm just questioning what he's thinking.
Interesting.
He just remembered.
Yeah. Here comes the ice play for Wally now. It'll be interesting to see if Wally's keeping track of the keys in here. Hookshot, Chemlock, Ice Palace, it's kind of hard to tell when. But...
Yeah, and that'll be an interesting piece for wall kicks here, is like, you know, if one of our important items is locked by the hook. Yeah. Okay, so Kaysden, are you going to reduce Spiral or are you hitting Spike? I gotta imagine you're going Spiral. Yep. It's this side of the mountain. You don't want to come back here.
You so, go into TR and check the first 3 checks.
No. Not in this case, I think.
So GFE in chat agrees with me. Therefore, I know this is totally good. Non-clever. Howdy.
And I think K's follows to ice. It's a straightforward dungeon, and I'm wrong. K's surprising me.
Yeah. I feel like either of these dungeons isn't really a bad call right now.
No, the reason I prefer ice here is because of the fact that it's a dungeon you pretty much like. There's not a lot of deviation in it.
Yeah, it's a very linear dungeon.
Yeah, like you'll full clear this dungeon pretty easily.
The one skip you can make is like, do I want to skip Ice Tea?
Ice Tea, yeah.
And given how much we're missing, we probably aren't skipping Ice Tea. If we were missing one, maybe, but 2 or 3 items now. And Swamp Palace can just be absolutely nasty and make you... Like, the double
that's the thing.
Swamp Palace are horrible.
Yeah. I will say, I believe Cold Stare's going to be in Logic. Yeah. Even if that mushroom might not be. I think the mushroom won't be in Logic, but yeah. GFE, there is always a pointy thing in Swamp. Didn't you know how memes work? There's our big key and iced tea.
Yeah. We would have been able to get that with the small key up in freezer room and kind of working our way down here without having to hit the switch. Wally is very low on magic, but what am I saying? He has 2 blue potions.
Yeah, and he'll get enough magic to cast Bombos before dropping in.
Yeah. He's opting not to go back upstairs, though. So he's going to orphan the big chest. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. This is one of the more annoying layouts where you couldn't like have a small key available to you before to grab do ice tea before dropping into freezer room. And he doesn't have the hook shot to kind of like flip through the blocks. He'd have to be climbing the stairs.
I just realized Kaysden did do Specky. He grabbed the small key in the Specky room by accident.
Force a habit. Spiky Clip is legal in this tournament. Probably will be for most tournaments going forward.
There are at least 2 items going to be inside of Swamp Palace. While having to play this a little safe here. There's the big key. So that's 3 items left over in Swamp. I can't imagine Caves bails afterwards. Ooh, that was a scary end there with that last icicle, but Wally gets the job done.
Wally already used the blue goo. He didn't want to use a second one. Kaysen getting a little unlucky with the hook shots of the first time around with Argus.
Does start getting his doubles though. And Wall Kicks is going to go turn in that mushroom. That's pretty much the only prize he got out of ice. So I think this makes a lot of sense to just rush this one.
Just a hard piece, but he only has 9 hearts, so it's actually still kind of welcome. Especially with, like, fighter swords. Okay, Wally's gonna do Eastern Palace Pod here.
And if Wall Kicks finds Quake or Ice Rod, like, that's the danger right now. Those are the 2 items that can put Wall Kicks further away from what he really needs.
All right, Swamp Palace. Are you gonna go? Is Kaysen gonna go back in? Yeah. But yeah, Swamp Palace being really annoying because like you can skip the left side swamp, and you can also possibly skip the big key and have it in the back. So sometimes you do left side swamp and you leave behind 1 item because you got the big key late and was on Argus, maybe. Or you leave 1 item on left side and you just never come back for it.
Kays, you did a stutter step, buddy.
Leoria in chat is saying you pulled the me.
Kays, and you have big key.
Jason, buddy. Hopefully he remembers it.
I'm sure, like, I would hope so. I gotta think he knows he's got the big key. We did get it in the back.
Is opting to set up for Diver Town.
No, this is fine.
I know it's fine. I'm just worried right now that he's going to end in the left side swamp and not backtrack.
Yeah, that would be my worry too. And there's the memory.
Okay. Just $20.
Nice, easy silver Armos fight here for Wall Kicks. Very nice for $50. Hey, a sword.
And swamp.
And an ice rod. Oh, baby. We are a Quake from Go mode, folks.
Yep, and Wall Kicks is into pod. So probably going to be Ice Palace time for Kaysen, I'd imagine.
Yep.
Not but locked in pod today. Well, someone chat is suggesting that we beat Aga 1 to get tempered. Unfortunately, why tempered sword is a time save. It
is not worth the 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. That tempered sword does not exist to... Oh, Case. Miss... Oh, Kasten's out of bombs.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he was doing bomb diver downs for a while. There's the cape for Wally. That's actually not too bad for him.
Only the greatest strategy in Ice Palace requires bombs. Bomb pen gators is the best.
I thought you were going to say the hookshot room bomb jump. But,
that too, but like I love pen gators.
Yeah. So Wally did pull the cape out of pod. There's 10 bombs.
Yeah.
It's what like right now.
It's not really bait. It does help him get into that North Dark world, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now, how much does Wally want to dip uncompletable swamp or uncompletable turtle rock?
Yeah, and like I think that cape is good for that at least, to keep him out of there maybe and hit some other overworld checks.
Yeah, I feel like you feel like that's like 4 items, and then if we're forced to kill Helma, then maybe he just goes and opts to just do Mothula just because he can. The risk Wally's going to have though is hopefully he doesn't orphan the West Side Swamp.
And that's difficult because, like, I'm sure at this point, like, the more he continues to find nothing in these checks,
Yeah.
that, like, I worry that puts him into a state of, like, I have to skip left side to make this competitive. Like, assume your opponent hit the route. And so far, still nothing in pod.
Yeah.
And he's bailing on Helma.
Where he goes. He can go into swamp, and if he goes into swamp, he'll get the ice rod. But looks like Spike Cave.
Spike Cave or TR. And like Spike Cave's okay. TR is really bad.
I think TR is incredibly aggressive right now.
The problem is, from his standpoint, like, that looks better, I think. Okay, it's Spike Cave. Ooh.
You still have a little overworld that you can quickly touch up before having to worry about stuff.
Spike Cave is dead as well.
Starting up
now, I do want to point out real quick, if you missed it, both Kazden and Wall Kicks shot or spun Cold Stare to the left. Usually you're used to seeing a left or a right side spin here, or a spin to the right. That's when you have the appropriate sword. When you're trying to go for splash duplication or splash hits on Cold Stare, you want to spin him up to that top left corner, because that actually works a lot better with the Fire Rod. So that's why you're seeing those strategies tonight.
Yeah.
And yeah, Wall Kick's now heading for Turtle Rock, unfortunately. And we know where that Ice Rod is, so even if he gets Quake, like, Quake is even worse here.
Yeah.
But I don't know what brings Wall Kicks back right now. Like, he is just behind, and it's gonna get a little bit more dicey for him.
Like right now, I'd say like if something is in the ice palace big chest, maybe. But yeah, no, this isn't very good for wall kicks.
And I think GFE's got a good point. Like, one of the last things for Kazin is the back of Skull Woods. Like, that's one of the last things he'll check.
Yeah, but wall kicks will probably have to also run back through Turtle Rock again. He'll have to run back through.
And Kazin's just going to rush TR. He doesn't even care about Eastern right now. He is playing for the item density, dungeon-wise, and that is Turtle Rock for him.
Yeah. And unfortunately, with the Ice Red also being its Zone Palace, I don't think Wally really is any good at like light world checks left, so he can't really play mirror shenanigans. But he can't play. He just straight up can't play mirror. Won't be able to play mirror shenanigans.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if he gets, yeah, with the location of the Ice Rod, there's no way to Portal Preserve either. And here's the other piece: is Wall Kicks has to go the long way around here of the Torch Maze.
Yeah.
I mean, respect for remembering it, though, because I gotta say, how many of you, including myself, have all forgotten to go the appropriate direction without a hook shot in the TR Torch Maze?
Every single one of us does it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and Guma brings up a good point. I kind of didn't think about that. Like, for Kazin, this is a safer play, in a sense, being able to say, like, hey, if it's not here, you know, I just do Eastern, but with Pod in mind to do afterwards. And yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yeah. That's all we need to know as an audience, yes.
Yeah.
We got a sword and ice rod on left side swamp. And as you were about to say, where's that hook shot, Tafile?
In Skull Woods. Which,
yeah. The map chest of Skull Woods had our hook shot.
I mean, Skull Woods is fine usually. It's Pendant Skull Woods today was kind of the problem.
Yeah, GFE pointing out, Kazin doesn't have a bomb. Luckily, the I room does have a bomb.
This room has a bomb.
Right, this room does too. He's not going to remember that exists, though.
I remember it because I usually, if I'm ever in cross keys, sometimes I get
That's
the bomb.
The only time I check it too.
Yeah, if I'm playing cross keys and I need it for the eye switch, because you know, early on you find middle of Turtle Rock. Sometimes you just don't have a good projectile weapon other than bombs. Well, I just got 2 blue potions for Trinix, though, so that'll help with that.
Yeah, Kazin's in good shape for his Trinix fight. I'm not too worried about it, though, either way for him.
Yeah, so somehow Kazin skipped Mimic Cave, which I doubt he'll do. That's like it. Ice Rod is left side swamp.
Which, as we said, is kind of dangerous. But the fact that Wall Kicks is here, it's not like he's going to gamble, or he can gamble TR again. Like, it's just this one game. And there you go. There's the bomb.
Thankfully, for the last break of all TR, you can just dash into it, so you won't need it.
And yes, to the questions of pedestal, we had a book at the beginning of this race. Neither runner has checked ped.
I mean,
I know. I don't. I get it.
Other runner really just had a reason to check that.
No. And yes, Gamma, I've heard that from Kazin numerous times. I've checked PED when I've had book early, and Kazin will tell me every time, it is a waste of your efforts. Do not do it.
I mean, as I said, yesterday I called a race where a runner literally blind checked pedestal before going to Hype Cave. But that was more because they had a fire rod and hammer before going into Dark World.
Here we go with Laser Bridge, though. Is Quake here? Powder.
Okay, he can get back in the area again.
Quake! Oh, that is going to be go mode for Kazin. Oh.
Yeah.
And that is not what you want to see if you're Phendrana.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Unfortunately, because while he's getting loaded up with more fetch quests and getting suckered into progression that isn't actually progression, that won't have his items. And the worst thing is, it's the fetch quest. And like, remember how I was saying like he didn't have anything left in the light world to go save the portal? Now he does. He has everything.
Yeah. Like, and I respect this powder check. You know, he's trying to minimize maybe some of his, or see that maybe something good came out of Turtle Rock besides Quake. But like for him, for wall kicks right now, Myers the play. Ice Rod is left side swamp, as well as our Master Sword. Hookshot is map chest of Skullwoods. Here we go with some Hammer Trinex strats from K's. Nice 3 hits there. I think 3. It might have only counted as 2. Nope, it did count as 3. Good. Down with the Ice Head as well.
Is there a Temper Sword available? We do know where a third sword is. It is technically available. None of our runners are getting it. It is at Lumberjack. This is especially amusing considering that 90 seconds into the seed, we had both sources of fire to light up dark rooms.
Yeah, this seed really made you think we could have seen Aga today, and then it just did a total 180.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the idea that, wall kicks should have or should not have done the front of Skull, the hard part to think about in this mode is it is a mode of seconds a lot of the time and can very quickly... Kazin, please kill that Murderdactyl. Thank you. It is a mode where, like, little things make a huge difference. And, like, you can watch, it's just a question of, like, where can I slice a little bit? And if it's a pendant dungeon, I get why you skipped it.
Yeah. Gamachu is talking about some sort of fish that I've never heard
of. There's fish in this game that we go check?
Do you mean the fish that we give to the bottle vendor for lots of money and rupees and resources in Randomizer?
Don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, that fish. You're right. No, the Randomizer fish is a good fish. Okay, is our big key for Meyer in the right side here, or is it vanilla?
Sorry. We're gonna have half magic at the end of the seed.
And it's vanilla. Yeah, to kind of explain like how tight this mode can get, like Tafal, you've been watching some of the races this week, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen sub 120 already this week?
God. It's already
Quite a
happened
few?
a few times. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, like, we had one where it was both teams ended up with like a 116, and
Yeah.
the follow-up game was like a 117.
So yeah, like doing slow checks just costs a lot of time in this mode, and you can't. So like that's why you see those skips, and it's a game of inches, and sometimes, you know, you get burned by it, and this is why this mode is terrifying.
Let me see what the winning time was last night from the race I called, where somebody did a completely blind pedestal pull.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's about a bajillion league matches going on, like usual, so... Yeah. I watched... I literally called a race last night where somebody did 80 Sandaga Tower and beat the seed in 120. Fortunately, Goomba, we are still on solo round for this tournament. But yeah, fast round makes cast boots even faster.
Wall kicks with his Vitreous fight here. Nice silvers. Makes this pretty easy, even on the fighter sword, so no worries for wall kicks.
And Case and Yeln's spooky action as well.
And we'll see where wall kicks heads.
I feel like he's going to tip Swamp next.
Shovel.
Oh, shovel.
Kazen's still without any bombs.
I mean, he's not really going to need any until Cannon's Tower.
Yeah.
But
Kazen just has Eastern Palace left on his end. Wall kicks into the Dark Portal here by Kakariko. Is this the skull play? It's the skull play.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, this is not good. Yep. And yeah, like, there's not a lot of... You know, in this moment, you know, for wall kicks, this is kind of like, okay, is it reasonable to assume my opponent skipped this check? And, you know, he's bailing, which is the right call.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to take a quick look over at Buffer Ledge and Graveyard Ledge before moving on.
Yeah, I mean, the cape was one of the items he got a while back, and, you know, it's definitely like a... Maybe the cape is good. Maybe the cape helps me here, because I got it so long ago, and it's not, unfortunately, either.
Here's the play at the swamp. So hopefully he remembers to do. He'll do left side.
Yeah, the only worry I have here is if he does skip left side and instead heads for Pyramid Fairy, given that this is his other 5/6.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. On the other hand, I don't think he has a lot like left.
No, he doesn't. Like, he's gotten through the crystals and the pendants. He's got what, one item left in Skull?
Yeah, maybe one item.
So
left, or maybe an item.
Skipping left side doesn't make sense for him.
Yeah. The good thing is he's probably going to be in good mode by the time that Kazin hits GT, but he'll still have to. He'll be probably somewhere mid TR while Kazin's fighting Ganon.
Yeah, pending that big key location.
Ooh. And yeah, the Armos was just not off screen enough to force the item to drop in the middle. Yeah, that's all 7 crystals for Kazin.
Yep, and he is heading up Death Mountain, or Dark Death Mountain, to reach Ganon's tower.
Kazin, you open the TR portal.
People don't like dead rocks. I don't like dead rocks. Toffile, do you like contending with dead rocks?
No, I like this route. It's like this route. So.
It's hard. Like, I go through days where I'm just like, oh yeah, dead rocks have been kind of mean to me. I'm going up this Super Bunny cave, and other days I'm like, I've had some good relationship with the dead rocks today. Let's go up the proper way.
While he is opting not to do left side swamp the first time through, fair, you'll find out that there's still 3 items in swamp.
Yeah.
Which honestly still makes it one of his densest plays left, considering that it'd be 3 items on Pyramid, and 1 on Catfish otherwise. But also totally safe to assume he's just doing this because he's not in go mode and it's a crystal.
Yep.
People in chat are posting numbers.
They did post numbers.
Interesting. Well, for the people who guessed 1, there's a shield that you guessed, I guess. Kazin looks to be doing Hope Raid, which is kind of like, I don't know, this is the strategy I always like to go through GT with.
Yeah, this is a good strategy. You know, I've come to the conclusion that there is no perfect route. It's just, you know, you try to get burned as least amount of times as possible, knowing you will eventually get burned.
Yeah.
But right side gives us some bombs. There's the big key. And a small key. So Kazin does not even have to go grab the pot key. He can get the mini helmet key.
And here we go for Wally, going back into GT. Swamp Palace. Well, this will be
Yep,
a
this
Nitro
will.
and a second sword.
Yep, this will be go mode for wall kicks momentarily as well. Leo, I think it was 4, sorry.
Yeah, that was the fourth one.
It was bottom right of compass room. 5 was a small key.
However, nobody gets anything closer. So I think Leo wins by default. I mean, if we were going by prices right rules, everybody would have lost.
Right.
So interestingly, Wally, so Kaysden opted to pick up the first key. Wally opted to skip the river key in the back. So he has to go walk around to pick up this the long way.
Yeah, there's definitely some discussion still about, you know, best practices for Specky. So
I believe the numbers, I think maybe Skelly was like, it saves something like 20-25 seconds if you don't get the first key on the second trip through and still pick up the river one instead. I don't know if that's changed. That was a while ago.
there's that Master Sword, and here it comes, go mode for wall kicks.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Kaysen's now upstairs GT. Well, he still has to go run back through Turtle Rock, so he's probably... Hopefully he doesn't do Rando Rush when it comes to GT. Wally isn't one who usually has the race from the open sign. He'll get done when he gets done.
No sword here for Kays. We'll see if he checks out the last possession.
Yeah. Close folder too, still. Time save. Yeah, the cable's in pod.
No, just $50.
Yeah, so our last sword is somewhere. Could be vanilla. We'll get
Wouldn't that be a
vanilla.
kick in the teeth? Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have quite a bit of we have all left side of GT as well.
Yeah.
We have a lot of GT.
Yeah. Kaysen pretty much hit the god route for going in through GT for the big key today. Oh, I know what music this is. It's music for climbing a tower.
Yeah, 10221 according to Kanan. So yeah, wall kicks is just, you know, trying to motor as fast as possible right now. But Kaysden dropping in on Ganon. We'll see if he breaks out Kane strats here. Does not hit a double on those, though. There's a double. Now the annoying phase, phase 2, 12 spins.
Wally's sitting try next now.
Gets inside that circle just before. So going to be able to get through the rest of this phase. Meanwhile, wall kicks taking down Trinex into phase 2. And Kaysen not taking any chances. He's like, please, full health.
The seed gave us 2 blue goes.
Yeah.
Might as well take advantage of it. But the worst again is almost over. I just got to spin attack him 2 or 3 more times.
There's the 4th spin for phase 3. Now just 4 silver arrows. In the hardest phase 4 Ganon version.
I think he got a triple.
A very nice triple, and gonna close that out. Very, very smooth phase 4. And with that, get your GGs in chat for Kaysen, who's going to cross the bridge now. And finish with an official race time of 1:26:37 to take this game for JKLOL. GGs.
Yeah, GG's. First time in, I think, 3 seasons of League that Phendrana Drifters has taken a loss. I believe we're being joined by Kaysen now in the interview booth.
Yeah, he has joined us now. GG's to Kaysen. Hello.
Hello. Hello, GG. Sorry, I had a headphone issue there.
No worries. So how you feeling?
Stressed? Like, that scene could have gone so many different ways.
Yeah.
I was worried when I was going into swamps, like, wait, I should have done ice first. This is dumb. I'm not in go yet. Like, I need to know if I'm going to do left side. The decision ended up being pretty easy because 3 items, like, I almost certainly are going back in for that anyway with 3 items. So it didn't really end up hurting me, I don't think, but I did not feel good about that choice. Everything else I felt pretty good about.
Yeah, I mean, besides the, running out of bombs in swamp, forgetting big chest, yeah.
Yeah. Forgetting the big chest, we're just not going to talk about that. We're going to forget that happened.
Oh, GFE wants to know, was there any consideration skipping Spiral Cave?
No. No, I would never skip Spiral Cave. That's just, to me, that's a skip that, like, you skip that in this seed, when are you ever getting back up there? It's a slow check to do later, and it's not that bad to do right then and there.
Yeah, I'm guessing you have an idea of what kind of swung this race already.
Yeah, I'm hearing it was the hook shot.
Yes.
Skullwoods kind of.
Yep, your dip of Skull early giving you the hook shot, and then, combine that with the fact you did Thieves' first trip into Village of Outcasts, and it wasn't a bad play. From there you kind of were just off and going.
Well, getting that hook shot, as soon as I got that, like, it made me want to do as many checks as I could, hoping to get flippers so that I could just continue that route straight into swamp.
Fair.
it seemed like that if that had paid out, that could have been a really nice throw.
Yeah.
And that was the thing, we thought that hook shot could have really been the lock for the rest of the seed, and eventually it was, but not at the right time. Flute leading to hammer, and Quake being available inside of Turtle Rock without the ice rod. It kind of just sent wall kicks down a rabbit hole.
Oh, did he end up double dipping TR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were in TR at roughly the same time.
Gotcha. Yeah, that I can see where this seed goes sideways for sure. Like there's a lot of traps. And I got lucky to avoid most of them.
Yeah, Wally ended up going into pod. And didn't really find anything else but the cape in there. And
Yeah, that was kind of my hope the whole time. It was like if Wally had skipped left side swamp or skipped Skullwoods and somehow ends up in pod and pod is empty, that buys me at least 5 minutes. So that's
and I mean, your
big
guys'
time
early
secret
games
there.
were very similar. You both did full clear Terra.
I don't see how you don't.
Yep.
I'm just going to point it out there. I don't know if he's caught that, Jesse, on the credits.
What?
We found where our fourth sword was.
It was on PED?
It was on ped.
Oh my God, what a
Oh,
stupid
joy.
seed. What a stupid seed.
Oh, God.
That is wonderful. I hate it.
So realistically, left side swamp was doubly required today.
Yeah. You're either doing that or you're doing a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, well, the cape being in pod meant, that was your way into Aga for sword or beat pod and all the other
was
pendants.
in pod, okay.
Yes. So, I mean, you could say pod had progression, I guess.
Nah, it was empty.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you.
I mean, we could have gotten the sword out of Skullwoods. We didn't need the cape. But yeah. Oh, man.
Wall Kicks, though, has a very smooth Mold Ornament 2 there. And making his way over to the Aga 2 fight. Kazin, any consideration, by the way, for Kane strats on Ganon?
Well, I haven't done them in so long that I wouldn't trust myself without having grinded them ahead of time first. And
One of those
having
use it or
played
you
so
lose it
much-
strats.
It really is. And having played so much 80 keys lately that I'm pretty much always on butter silvers or tempered silvers at a minimum, I haven't had any real use to practice it. So, I kind of know that it's not there. I haven't tried it, but I would not trust myself in a league race to try that and, end up hugging him or taking 13 extra cycles because I'm bad at it.
Fair enough.
So I got 2 down for Wally. How did you feel with that early game, by the way? Casual Blues is a start.
It was pretty straightforward. I felt a little bad dipping Eastern, but I kind of feel you just do.
Yeah, and I think we both want to ask Wall Kicks this as well, of you pulled Mitt's first chest. Is there any consideration to bail?
Yes, there was. What I had decided was if I get the big key in Stelphos, I'm going to keep going. If I get an item or a dungeon item, I was just going to leave right then and there.
Okay.
I don't know what the logic behind that is, but that's what my brain was thinking at the time. I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I have a plan and I just stuck with it for better or worse.
Yeah, because I mean, you both did the same thing. We were watching and chat was kind of bail, bail, bail. And then neither of you did, and we're like, oh, they're just going to do Stelphos or they're going to do right side and bail. And then
Yeah,
you both
and I
pull the big
definitely
key, and
thought
you
about
both
it.
continued.
I definitely thought about it, but I think pulling the big key just makes it that much harder to not do it, because like you get 2 more checks pretty quick, and then once you've done those 2, you might as well just finish.
Wally is now the one hard. I missed the first hit of phase 3.
By the way, Kazan, a 151 CR. Whew. That's a lot of checks in a Kaz boots.
Yeah. You know, you get mitts early and have a nice line of checks to follow. It makes it a lot easier to kind of fluff that number a little bit.
And one final silver arrow here for wall kicks. And there we go. Down goes Ganon for Wally. Gonna be able to cross that bridge as well and finish out this seed. Get your GGs in chat for wall kicks. And we've got an official race time of 1:35:50 for wall kicks. GGs.
Jeez.
And I do see him down in the waiting room, so he will join us momentarily. And there he is. Hello, GG wall kicks.
Jeez.
One sec, I just turned my mic on. Go ahead.
No worries. No worries. GG.
GG's.
I mean, I did see in the race room kind of your initial thought on this one, and that's kind of, there's not much to say beyond that, I guess. Unfortunate.
Yep. Yeah, just couldn't make a right decision to save my life. I can't do much about it. This mode is incredibly volatile and terrible, so can't do much, Like,
yeah.
People say cross keys is volatile. No, cross keys isn't volatile. This is volatile.
Yeah, we talk about like next week with A80 keys or cross keys, and it's an efficiency game. It's check everything as fast as you can. Better efficiency wins. This is you make the right skips at the right times, and maybe you get lucky.
Yep, and like people think I'm crazy or whatever because I don't map check, and this is why I don't map check. Had I not map checked, my first check in Dark World is Skull Woods, because I'm like, I can clear Skull Woods. We're going into Skull Woods. I see it's a pendant. Oh darn! I still get my hook shot. Go down, do Thief Sound. I, woo clip, Swamp Palace. Get my second sword and Ice Rod. I get my flute out of wherever it is. Hype Cave. I go activate that. Go check up. Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't like map checking.
Guess he's going to agree with that. I know he doesn't like it either in any mode. But I do agree this mode being really volatile.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a bit of a scary mode to play.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't feel bad that things didn't go my way. It was like, oh, here's a wrong decision. Oh, here's another wrong decision. Oh, like here's another wrong decision.
Usually I'll look at a seed at the end, and like your checks per minute kind of determines if you're in 80 keys or even cross keys to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
More checks per minute, you're going to win more most of the time. But like I look at a CR of 151 in Kaz boots, and like there's probably a route where you only do 125 checks and save 5-10 minutes and sub 120 this seed. Like I'm probably right in the middle of what is possible in this. So it's a scary mode.
Yep, but them's the breaks.
Yep.
Not gonna worry too much about it. Nice swords, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't get to notice that until the end. Tofile pointed out that that last sword was on the Ped, so Ped and Lumberjack, unfortunately, no chance for those swords ever being acquired today.
Nope.
At least silvers were pretty free.
True.
Even if, I think is and you would double back for them for a second.
Yeah, for a second there, I'd forgotten that I'd seen. I was like, oh, what was on fleek? Oh yeah, I want that. I'm not leaving those. Fortunately, I was coming out of Super Bunny anyway to do Spiral, so it wasn't that big a deal.
So I guess the question is, anything else for either of you guys tonight on this one?
Nope. Casual boot sucks. The end.
Fair enough. Kaysden?
Just say GG again. Thanks for the restream. I do enjoy the mode. I know it's volatile, but it's at least fun to play. I'll give it that. But to each their own.
So when's game 2 scheduled for this week?
Game 2 is Thursday at the same time. So, and that's going to be myself and Jet. So, yeah. Game is scheduled, and we'll see what happens there. In terms of the rest of tonight, we're about 40 minutes into a restream of GGW versus Super Nintendo on SG4. That's Salt Miners and Terranigma is a great game. That's the last race tonight for restream, so I would recommend going to check that one out on SG4. Looks like there is a race scheduled for the morning tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. between Motabashin and Rando Kids, Namefaker versus Mr. Aaron Snurd. Not officially set up for a restream yet, but decent chance that it does. So we'll try to see what happens there. And then there's a bunch of other races during the day, and we'll find out if those get restreams as well. So, hopefully you'll get to see all those. I don't think there's anything Open League restream right now, but I could be completely off base. I did not check that schedule. Tofa, are you aware of anything?
There's a matchup, it should be ongoing right now, between Mukau and Homewrecker.
Oh yeah, also on ALTTPR League. That one's about 40 minutes in as well. There's one other race going on tonight in Open League, but that is not set up for a restream tonight. So yeah.
No announced restreams for tomorrow, but
yeah,
that'll probably get sorted out sometime tonight or tomorrow morning.
Exactly. But yeah, so once again, please do make sure to give a follow to our runners. Not those runners. They're great. They were on the race before this. Dawn and Yoho were great. Really enjoyed that race. But do follow Kaysden and Wall Kicks for putting on such a great show tonight. And big shout outs to Leoria for tracking tonight. Tofile, I always do get to enjoy our time together.
Yeah, I do too, Jesse. Thank you very much. And thanks, Leoria, for tracking.
And with that, have a great rest of your Tuesday nights. Bye, everybody.
Bye.